Hola amigos, here I am again, sitting in this lovely room and I'm about to check out. I have to move to another hostel where I'm going to do the work away. So right now I just wanted to share how is my first impressions about Quito, about Ecuador and South America in general. So the first day when I arrived, yeah, I woke up and I felt good, as I told you in previous video. So after breakfast, I just went out and literally I got the butterfly feeling in my stomach because it's like, wow, your dream has come true. I was just walking around and admiring the streets and wow, I was a bit like speechless and I felt like the time has stopped. And yeah, firstly, I didn't have any plan, nothing at all. I was just wandering around the streets and passing by all the street vendors and really short ladies offering like bananas, mandarins, apples, whatever. For example, even toilet paper by the biggest church, the biggest square there, like, oh, $1 toilet paper. So it's pretty weird, you know, but that's part of the culture over here. And what I didn't like, the first thing, that like in my all previous travels I never felt that I'm in danger or someone is gonna rob me or someone has really bad intentions to me. But here I was just walking around with a camera or with my wallet underneath my jacket and people were like, oh, be careful, be careful, they wanna rob you. No, they see that you have camera just to try to put it back in the bag. And I'm like, wow, it's kind of sad, you know. Maybe I'm too brave and I'm thinking, okay, it's not gonna happen to me, but really until this moment, nothing has been happening to me that I have felt like, oh, I'm in a deep shit. So in this case, I was feeling a bit weird, but I didn't take in mind. And yeah, the first day I saw this statue, which is on the top of the hill, and few of the local people, they were telling me, just when you go there, please take taxi, because the area where you have to cross going there, it's pretty dangerous. And I'm like, well, it was so temptatious, you know, to go there because I saw the stairs and I was like, no, I'm gonna go. So yeah, yesterday I just woke up in the morning and I decided I'm going. Nothing is gonna happen to me. My attitude is positive, friendly. So I start to walk and then there were two policemen on their own and they're like, hola. I'm like, yeah. And so I just asked them, like, is it okay if I'm going there? And they're like, yeah, yeah, sure, you can go, but yeah, maybe you wanna take the taxi rather. I'm like, no, no, thank you. And they're like, yeah, go, there's gonna be the stairs and there are park and there's gonna be the policemen on the road as well. So I was like, okay, that's really nice. So I start to climb up and it was a nice path actually with a lot of stairs, pretty steep, but I didn't feel anything like any altitude issues or anything. And only thing what I faced, there was like the dog who was jumping on me and made my pants dirty, so it was only danger. And the view was really nice, so I reached the top and the statue was amazing. It's one of like seven wonders of Quito. And the entrance fee was $1 and I got up in there and it was really nice, not crowded, just few tourists maybe. And to the way back to the city as well, I said, okay, I'm gonna climb back again. And it took me literally like maximum 8 minutes, so it's not hard at all. And yeah, what else? And I'm pretty surprised that a lot of locals, they know Latvia, they know about Europe. I even felt like they know more than me about the history of our countries or the geography. So I was really like feeling, wow, grateful, you know. And then one day when I wanted to eat something, I wanted to try something local. Of course, I didn't go to the tourist places, which they are charging $2 per cover, which is absolutely insane. So I was just walking small street and I saw the sign, two empanadas plus one coffee, it's gonna be $1. And I said, yeah, why not? I stopped by and there was a local man and I asked him, can I take the video how he is making empanadas? I want to learn. So we just started to chat and it turned out that previously with his previous work he has been in traveling in Europe, so he knew about Latvia and even he had a friend from Lithuania. And in the meantime, this small like eatery, you know, there was another guest and he was just like so polite. He wanted to shake my hand and like with like he was doing like that, and welcome to Ecuador and take care, and like super nice attitude. And yeah, so I really didn't have anyone who wanted to attack me. Then some people are just saying like hola, ¿qué tal? And I'm answering the same, and they're like wow, they're surprised that I'm speaking Spanish to them. And then there were some youngsters, they were like, oh, que ojos, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And they were like saying something else, and they answered to them in Spanish, oh yeah. Oh, they were asking what I'm doing, and I said, oh, I've been waiting for you all my life. And he just came to sit to me, and we were chatting, and asked what he was doing. He had some like catapult or whatever he made, and so I have only good experience. And then one night in the park, night, it was like around 6 p.m, it's already dark, so I was just walking, and then suddenly one guy approached me, and he was like, I'm very sorry, like, do you speak English? I just approached you because you are tall, and I wanted to know where are you from. And so we chatted a bit, and it turned out that he's a writer from Colombia. He has been traveling around South America for 6 years, and the aim why he was doing that, he said that he wanted to find who he is, and that's why. And then one of the first questions he was asking me is, he's like, what's your passion? I said, well, traveling, I believe. And he was like, yeah, that's what I want to hear from the people, because the book, what he's writing, it's based about the stories of life and that people, and are they living in the present moment, or they're like dwelling in the past, or just hoping for the better future. So and then he invited me for one local drink. I forgot the name at the moment, but it was pretty nice. It's like, it reminded me Christmas time in Latvia. It was made from cinnamon and sugar and sugarcane alcohol, and it was hot, so I didn't feel like that I'm drunk or at all. So it was just like hot juice, you know. And he was offering me to do like another tour in the city, but he was okay. But I felt like he had too much energy, and he was making some stupid jokes, and said, well, I have a good sense of the humor, but those jokes were just silly, and didn't laugh. And he was like, oh, you are not smiling, I like when you smile. I'm like, yeah, thank you, but whatever. So I said, okay, I'm done, tired, and I'm gonna go to the hostel. And what else interesting happened with me during these days? Like yesterday, I just stopped by to buy some snacks, and there was old man coming, and he's like, picture, picture. I'm like, what do you need again? Picture with me? You don't need a picture with me. And then actually, what he wanted to draw me, you know. And he was like, wow, those kind of eyes. And he just started to draw. And now I have, say this, it's all other way around, so it's like this. It's me, yeah. So he drew this like literally in 3 minutes, and he knew about Latvia, he knew about Europe, and then when he drew it, and I said, "Que voy a hacer?" Like what I'm gonna do with it, because I don't have a space where to put. So, and he rolled it, and he was like $2. I said, no, 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 I'm not gonna pay $2, because I said, like, I didn't ask you, and I don't have a space. And I just gave him 55 like cents, and he was like, no, the dinner cost me $2. I said, no, 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 today I ate for 1.5, because I bought in the market, so that don't try to cheat on me. And he was like, no, 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 $2. And I said, no, you know, for me there is no price of me, so this is me, and I'm priceless, you know. So then I just gave him these 55 cents and that chocolate of from Latvia, and he was so happy. He just kissed me on the cheek, and he gone.